So guys, what once felt like fan theories and distant speculations has finally become reality. Mephisto, the long-rumored ruler of Hell, has made his full-fledged appearance in Ironheart, confirming years of fan theories that began way back during WandaVision. And Knull, the terrifying god of the symbiotes, has finally unleashed his dark fury on the big screen in Venom, The Last Dance, sending shockwaves across the entire Marvel fandom. With both of these god-tier villains, now officially part of the MCU, today's video feels more relevant than ever. We're diving into the ultimate mystical face-off, Mephisto versus Knull. Will Knull's raw darkness overpower Mephisto, or will the manipulative master of Hell twist even Knull's soul into his web of corruption? Let the ultimate showdown begin. Now in the Marvel Universe, Mephisto is so ancient that there are several stories about his origin. One of the most famous is that at the very beginning of time, a gender-fluid entity named Nemesis was born, who existed alone in the first cosmos. Using its great powers, it created some life forms which turned out to be evil, so it destroyed them all. But later, when it died itself, those evil remnants came back to life, one of which was Mephisto. Besides this, eons ago, when the elder god Demogorgon killed his own race to become their ruler, the dark energy from those deaths formed the first demons of the Marvel Universe, among which was Mephisto. Now, why is Mephisto special? Because there are many demons in the Marvel Universe. So what makes Mephisto unique? Mephisto is the ruler of his own separate dimension, which he named Hell, because he enjoys exploiting the beliefs of Earth's human beings. That's why he even changed his appearance to resemble Satan or the devil. Every one of his actions is dedicated to making the lives of the living even more miserable. In his hell, he can cast any illusions he wants. He traps souls and makes them suffer according to their desires and regrets. Mephisto's greatest power is not his fighting strength, but his cunning and his art of deception. He is a master of making deals. Deals that at first seem beneficial in fulfilling people's desires, but later always end up causing problems. Like in the Amazing Spider-Man One More Day storyline, when Aunt May was dying, Mephisto offered Peter Parker and Mary Jane Watson a deal. He would bring Aunt May back to life, but in return, he would erase Peter and Mary Jane's marriage from existence. So, to save Aunt May, Peter sacrificed his happiness and love. This also proves that Mephisto has reality-warping powers. That's why Mephisto's deals may seem like problem-solving, but in reality, they leave wounds and regrets that never heal. Even Dr. Doom couldn't escape Mephisto's lies and corruption. In that story, Mephisto tempted Doom with the chance to free his mother's soul, but in return, made a dangerous pact. Later, by manipulating the entire situation, Mephisto made Doom permanently indebted to him. Mephisto is more powerful outside his hell dimension, but even more so within it. That's why he manipulates people. If a fight is unavoidable, he prefers it to happen in his realm, where he can control more things. For example, once he captured young Franklin Richards' soul in Hell, which forced the Fantastic Four to enter his realm to rescue him. His fighting style is also quite unique and cool. Once, when Cyclops blasted him with an optic blast, Mephisto used magic to conjure images of Cyclops' wife and child in front of him, and hurt him without even a single attack. Mephisto can even see alternate realities. Once, a fight between Mephisto and Galactus shook the entire galaxy, and if it had gone on any longer, the entire universe would have been in danger. Mephisto has even peeled the rocky skin off of the Thing from the Fantastic Four and extracted his soul. Even a cosmic being like Silver Surfer has admitted that Mephisto could kill him. Mephisto can stop time. Doctor Strange also acknowledged that Mephisto could kill both him and Dr. Doom. And the most interesting thing is, even if he dies, he comes back. So, practically, he is immortal. That's why, when Doom blasted Mephisto with an antimatter bomb, he reformed again. And the same rogue who destroys everything just by touching, Mephisto gave her a French kiss, but no side effects occurred. He has even survived a full power blast from Franklin Richards. So, Mephisto is quite a powerful deal as an opponent. But that doesn't mean the god of darkness, Knull, is any less. Knull is not like any ordinary god in the Marvel Universe. When the universe didn't even exist, only darkness and void, Knull existed as the true ruler of that darkness. He had many names: Ruler of Darkness, King in Black. But when the Celestials created the first light in the universe, Knull couldn't tolerate this insult. To take revenge, he created the first symbiote, a sword with which Knull decapitated a Celestial. He then used the divine energy from that severed Celestial head to empower his sword further, which became all black, the Necro Sword. He aimed to destroy the light completely. As his powers and experiments grew, Knull realized he could create amorphous symbiote parasites from pure darkness. He could store them in a hive and merge them with lesser creatures. These parasites had the power to corrupt light and fulfill Knull's dark purpose. Slowly, he began creating symbiote dragons, and, making himself the nexus of this hive, he started conquering galaxies. Every time he was stopped, he returned even stronger, always trying to spread his darkness again. Knull's only dream is to suppress the light forever and merge the universe into his infinite darkness. Once, he wiped out an entire army, whose every member was a god, with his Necrosword. After killing 3 Celestials, he used their bodies as hosts for his symbiotes. After killing Sentry, Knull absorbed the void from him completely. He has left even All-Father Thor bloodied and beaten, and since all symbiotes created by Knull are connected to him via a hive mind, Knull can see and control all of them even from galaxies away. Symbiote dragons created by Knull have broken through Doctor Strange's magical barriers, and have even imprisoned the Sorcerer Supreme. I've already covered more of Knull's powerful feats in my last video, So let's directly start the comparison. If we talk raw power, Knull has the edge. His physical strength and destructive powers are so intense that he has killed a cosmic entity like a celestial. He has the Necrosword. In terms of tactical mind, Mephisto is known for his cunning and manipulation. He prefers to deceive his enemies and set traps. Knull, however, is direct and overwhelming. Both are practically immortal, but their immortality works differently. Mephisto's powers are tied to his dimension, outside of which he can be hurt. Knull's immortality, however, is of a universal form. So if this fight happens outside the Hell dimension, then Knull can win the fight, because Knull's weakness is divine power or cosmic light, and that too on a massive scale. Mephisto is not that strong outside his dimension, and people who don't fall into Mephisto's deals or traps weaken his effectiveness. If we talk about powerful enemies, Knull has battled cosmic beings like Celestials, decapitated one, and used many others as hosts for his symbiotes. He has fought Silver Surfer multiple times, and despite Surfer's power cosmic, Knull was able to control him. In the King in Black storyline, his battle with Thor and the God of Light was toe-to-toe. The result might not have favored Knull, but he shook the entire Marvel Universe. On the other hand, Mephisto has defeated Ghost Rider, Doctor Strange, and Doom in fights, and has even challenged beings like Living Tribunal and Thanos. But those were not battles, they were manipulations, where he wasn't always fully successful. And not just that. Both have had common opponents. Venom has fought Knull multiple times, where Knull has defeated Venom. Venom only won when he bonded with the God of Light, Knull's direct weakness. And when Mephisto and Venom faced off, it wasn't a direct fight, but through deals and manipulation. Like, Mephisto once made a deal with Eddie Brock, offering to improve his health in exchange for his soul. Knull and Thor fought in the King in Black storyline, where both exchanged massive blows, lots of bloodshed. But Mephisto has never directly defeated Thor. He has only tried to tempt him several times. Also, both have fought Silver Surfer. When Knull fought Surfer, he corrupted Surfer's power cosmic and spread darkness, so he overpowered Silver Surfer. But when Mephisto fought Surfer, he tried many times to trap his soul, but never succeeded. Silver Surfer never fulfilled any of his deals, because he is a morally superior being. This has happened several times. Mephisto, despite everything, often fails to trap enemies through deals and corruption. Even Black Panther never fell for his tricks. So, if it's a physical fight, Knull is the clear winner. Mephisto only has a chance if he can somehow bring the fight into his realm and trap Knull through a deal, but even then, his manipulation success rate isn't 100%. So overall, Knull would overpower Mephisto in this showdown. It's not that Mephisto would lose easily or couldn't win, but speaking in terms of chances, I personally feel Knull has a higher probability of winning this showdown. Now tell me in the comments, which character's powers do you find cooler? Also let me know, do you think we will get to see Mephisto and Agatha all along or not? That's it for today's video. See you in the next one.